hello to new Baltimore Ravens safety. I don't know if I should even call him a safety because it ain't safe to throw in his direction for other quarterbacks. They could tell you. Marcus Williams joins the show. We appreciate you coming through, man. Congratulations on the new deal with the Baltimore Ravens. You definitely earned it over the last few years with the New Orleans Saints, of course. But I'd like to start with just today's big free agent signing. We see former Seahawks middle linebacker, perennial All-Pro Bobby Wagner join the Los Angeles Rams. Come to find out, he was almost going to be your teammate. Did you know that? Were you in his ear? Were you hitting him up? How close did Bobby Wagner come to joining you in Baltimore?
Man, that would have been crazy. I mean, I'm not really, I'm not in the office. I don't really know what's going on there, but man, that would have been crazy if he came up there to Baltimore with us. But Bobby, he's a great player, great talent. I actually went to school with his brother in high school down the street. So I've known Bobby for a long time. We went to the same high school. I feel like he's right where he wants to be. He's right there in LA where he wants to be, and I think that's going to be great for him.
Marcus, we were talking about it at the beginning of the show. Can't remember an offseason like this where so many guys were traded, so many guys, big names, changed teams. How did you process this? I know you had your own change, but as you looked around the league, what were some of the thoughts you had when you saw all these transactions?
Man, it's crazy just seeing people getting released and getting traded and sent to new teams. It's just a different year for sure. But I think it's going to be an exciting year, definitely, especially in the AFC. I know there's a lot of talent that came over here to the AFC, so I think it's going to be an exciting year, fun-filled year for sure.
I mean, and I'm glad you said that because it's like, just even looking at your AFC schedule, you guys got your division, so Bengals and Joe Burrow, Browns and Deshaun Watson. We'll see who's quarterback in the Steelers, but for now it's Mitchell Trubisky. You got Buffalo and Josh Allen. Miami and Tua with all these weapons he has now with Tyreek Hill. You're facing Denver with Russell Wilson this year. And that's just at home. On the road, you got your division. You're going back to play your boy Tom Brady in Tampa. You're going back to New Orleans, which should be fun for you. And then you go to Jacksonville to play Trevor Lawrence and all the free agents that they've gotten. No disrespect to the rest of your schedule, but you guys got a pretty tough slate, as everybody does. I guess, as you now quarterback that back end of that Baltimore defense, what do you think about the challenges that await you guys just in your own division or your own conference as a defense?
I mean, it's nothing new to me. Coming from New Orleans, we were always playing the top teams, especially, having winning records and stuff like that. So coming over here, I'm sure it won't be any type of let off. I'm sure that they play tough teams all the time, and the NFL is very competitive. You never know what you're going to get week in and week out. Guys are good on every single team. So, I mean, I'm ready for the challenge. I'm ready for, to get ready and come out there with my guys out there in Baltimore. So I think it's going to be a fun year, exciting, and we're going to get some stuff done for sure.
Marcus, I think about Baltimore. If you're a defensive player and the Ravens are interested in you, I mean, how exciting is that? You got so many examples, individual examples of guys who have done it at the highest level. And then just collectively, they've had some of the most dominating defenses really in the history of the league. What was it about Baltimore that got your attention?
Man, it's definitely the culture. I tell everybody about it. It's definitely their culture, the people that they had before me, and even the guys that are there now. They're a defensive-minded team, but they also have a good offense as well. So coming in just to be thought of as a great defensive player, I know who I am. I know I'm one of the top safeties in the league. So going back there to a defensive team, I feel like it's definitely an honor to be able to be brought into Baltimore, brought into that culture, because I'm that defensive guy that I feel like can help the team go to the next level. So it's definitely an honor to be able to come and leave my own legacy here in Baltimore for sure.
So you talked about the connection with Bobby Wagner and the high school connection with him and his brother. You obviously got a Utah connection with a couple of notable Ravens. Like one of them is Tyler Huntley, who's still on the team, Eric Weddle came through there. Steve Smith Sr. came through there. All Utah Utes. What did they tell you about Baltimore and that organization and that culture and just that environment that sold you, that you could only get from somebody who's been there versus watching them from afar?
Man, I've heard a lot of good things. They definitely told me it's a place that you want to be, a place that I could thrive at, somewhere that the players and the coaches, they're all together and everybody, you know, they're one, they're trying to win. And it's just that type of environment that I want to surround myself with, people who are wanting to get better each and every day, people who are striving to win that championship. And that's just the type of person I am. I just want to go out there and win, compete, have fun with the people around me, and just get stuff done.
Speaking of getting stuff done, listen, man, you know, not to put you in a tough spot or anything like that, because this ain't your business. You just signed your own contract. But everybody on the outside, and I don't even know if you met dudes yet. You might not even had a chance to say what up. But everybody outside wondering, like, yo, what's up with the Ravens and Lamar Jackson? So you got any intel? If you know, it's cool. Just curious if everything's all good from what you understand. Because you wouldn't have come there if it wasn't for Lamar, I imagine.
I mean, hey, I mean that he's his own man. I don't have any recollect of what's going on with that. I feel like he's gonna, you know, do what he has to do, best for himself and best for the team. I feel like he's a stand-up guy, somebody who really wants to be in the organization for a long time. So, I mean, you know, I can't really tell you. I can't really speak on that. I feel like whatever happens with that.
Yeah. I just had to ask, man. You know, you're more in the know than we are. We're just out here guessing. But I do imagine, my guess is, though, in all seriousness, my guess is that Lamar Jackson, you know, was one of the reasons why you came to Baltimore, along with John Harbaugh, along with that culture, along with that tradition on defense. How much of a drawing card was Lamar Jackson for you?
Man, he's an explosive player. He's somebody that you definitely want to be on their team. He makes plays with his feet. He makes plays with his arms. He's definitely a great talent, and I'm happy that I'm able to be on his team to, you know, ride out there with him on the game days. And I feel like he's gonna only improve his game more now than ever. You know, I feel like he knows he has something to prove each and every year, just as myself. And I feel like just seeing him from his rookie year to now, he definitely improved, and he's not going to take his foot off the gas pedal for sure.
You know, Marcus, you look at Lamar Jackson, he's at the beginning of his career. Malcolm Jenkins decided to end his career after 13 years. Just really an incredible guy for us to look at from afar. I know Michael knows him a lot better than I do. I've just had a couple opportunities to talk with Malcolm, and very impressive. You've seen him up close. You know, just what are your thoughts on Malcolm Jenkins and what he meant on the field and off?
Man, he's a leader. He's a guy that you can look up to, a guy you could talk to. He just gives you all the knowledge that he has, whether it's off the field, talk about finances, talk about life, whatever it is, you can go to him and talk to. He's not a standoffish type of person. He's somebody who's willing to help. He's out in the community. You know, Malcolm is, you know, who he says he is, and nobody can ever say he doesn't do stuff for others. And he's definitely somebody I see staying connected to because of what he does on and off the field for sure.
Hey, can I ask you something? I hate to bring up old stuff, and I know it's still painful for a lot of people in New Orleans. Huh?
So that's okay. It's gonna be brought up every time. I already know.
Well, because it's like it's a lot. It's still painful for a lot of people in New Orleans, but it's relevant to recent developments. And we talk about from a quarterback perspective and an offensive perspective. I like to talk about it from a defensive player perspective because everybody just be like, just play defense. You know, they don't. You know, it's like Mike Tomlin said, he don't mind sudden death. Just play defense. So obviously, most of the time in the playoffs and overtime, the team that wins the coin toss ends up winning that game, oftentimes on the first possession. You, of course, had to go through the pain, as all of New Orleans did, of that Rams situation. And I ain't going to get all into it again, but I'm just saying that was one of the rare times where the team that didn't win the coin toss won the playoff game. What's your feelings on the overtime change is what I'm getting at. Are you one of those people that's like, nah, it was good like it was. We don't need everybody getting the ball. I'm fine with playing defense. Or do you like both offenses getting an opportunity?
I definitely think it's beneficial for both offenses to get a chance at it. Because you see, like with the Bills, they didn't really get a chance at that second go, and they lost. And it's like, dang, if I would have went out there and I would have had my chance on offense, you don't know what could have been. But I definitely think it's a good change. I think it's we'll see how it goes this year, and if they want to change it back, they'll change it back. But it's I feel like it's definitely the right thing to do, because I mean, it's like win the coin toss and you got it. But if not, then your defense has got to stand up and make a stop. And there's no pressure on the defense. We just got to go out there and make a stop. But I mean, that's just how the game goes, and that's how it's been for the long time.
Man, how'd you deal with it though? Because I know from a fan perspective, some fans in New Orleans still not over it. You know, you just fix them out to say Rams, and that's it. Okay, that's it. They go down a certain path. But how about you? I mean, it happened to your team. It's your livelihood. You know, how did you deal with it? Day 1, day 5, day 10.
I mean, it definitely hurts, but after a while, you know, you gotta move on. We gotta go into the next year. We can't keep harping on the stuff that happened behind us. We just gotta get better the next year, and hopefully it doesn't come down to an overtime game. Hopefully it doesn't come down to those last plays. We just gotta do what we have to do inside of the regular, you know, minutes of the game. So if we do what we have to do, handle business, it won't come down to that. And if it does, then shoot, hopefully we win that coin toss. But at the end of the day, we felt it for a minute. We definitely felt it for a minute, and you know, it's one game away from the Super Bowl, so you're gonna feel it. It's gonna hurt, but at the end of the day, once that year goes and you're on to the next year, you gotta harp in and sharpen your iron again and get back out there and go do what you gotta do.
So the last thing, and we'll bring the conversation full circle with you, man. Like, what did you feel, just given your journey, coming up, growing up, college, you know, first 5 years in the league with the Saints, all the ups and downs you went through in New Orleans? What did it feel like to put pen to paper and sign that massive contract? What just kind of emotions did you feel when you'd arrived at that moment and finally gotten what you worked so hard to achieve?
You know, after I signed it, I really didn't feel it like as hard as I felt on the way back when I had the check in my hand with all my family surrounding me. I kind of just broke down, and I kind of realized it's really real. It really happened. All this hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. You know, it's come full circle, and it's definitely a blessing. And I'm honored to even be a part of the NFL. Not a lot of people are even able to reach this level, or they're not even able to reach 5 years in, 6 years in, and I'm going into my 6th year now, and it's still a dream, but I still work every single day, so my dream is a reality. But for me, it's definitely a blessing to have all my family there, see me sign, and it's definitely one of those things that, you know, you can't get back. That moment will last forever for sure.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate our time. I can tell you that New Orleans appreciate the time that you spent with the Saints. All the best in Baltimore. Keep being a ball hawk, and come back and join us sometime, man. We appreciate you. Congratulations on the move.
No doubt. Thank you for having me.
All right, man. Be good.
Thank you, Mark. Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.